With the console release of DeltaForce, a large influx of players have now started playing the game, and I thought I would dust off the old QBZ95-1 because it's a weapon that you unlock quite early in your ranking journey in DeltaForce, and 2, it is a very beginner friendly, so I thought I would completely revamp my old build. There's a lot of attachments that have stayed because they're just so good for the QBZ95-1, but I did touch up a few things here and there, and I want to share my new revamped build with all of you, and hopefully the new players that are just hopping into DeltaForce now. So let's start off with a blank slate here. Starting with the barrel, you have 3 options here: attack barrel, a practical short barrel, and a longbow barrel combo. Now I tried with the tack barrel and I felt like it wasn't controlling the recoil enough, there wasn't enough control on it, and it was only increasing the range by 2 meters. They wanted that nice juicy plus 6 meters in range increase that gives you more control, more stability at the cost of handling and accuracy, but the accuracy for this specific build won't be a main focus, so install that. For the muzzle, I tried a variety of different ones that controlled or added additional control to the weapon, so Sandstorm Bash and Titanium Contest Muzzle Break. I haven't tried the Whisper Tactical Suppressor on here. I ended up just going with the bashing tools on the compensator to correct some of that right sway here. So you can see the weapon goes quite a bit up and to the right, so I wanted to correct a little bit of that and bring it a little bit more in line, just a straight line as opposed to having some deviations here and there. So go ahead and install the bashing horizontal compensator. For the foregrip, again, tried a variety of different ones. Unfortunately, you don't have the resonant ergonomic foregrip here that massively reduces the vertical recoil of the weapon. I tried it with the X25U angle combat grip, which is the better grip in the game to control recoil, but you do get a penalty in handling and stability, so I opted to go for the RKO foregrip, which increases your control by 6, and it also makes your weapon more stable when you're firing, at least the vertical firing camera stability, so install that. For the rear grip here, now you have many options as well. You don't unfortunately have the AR heavy tower grip, which is probably one of my preferred grips, so I went with the phantom rear grip to get some handling back because I didn't want the weapon to be like at a snail's pace when it comes to ADS, so go ahead and install that. For the magazine, you get multiple options here: 45, 30 rounder. That just gives you extra handling, and the 6-round drum mag. Now the 6-round drum mag, always nice because of the amount of ammo you get before needing to reload, but the penalty for handling is just absolutely massive, so I opted for the 45-round extended mag here. You get -9 handling still, -3 control, -4 stability, but you do get to put a mag assist on here, which gives you +1 in handling, and honestly, as I say in a lot of my videos, I tend to reload like pretty often, so a 60-round mag will make the reload slower, and it just feels like a moot point because I have that habit of reloading after like getting a few kills. I'll usually reload, or if I know that there is no enemies around, I'll probably just reload there and not have to be caught with no bullets when I get into another engagement with multiple enemies. For the cheek pad, it's a given. Just install this. It's positives across the board. There's no reason not to. For the handguard, you do have to install this in order to put a sight on here, and it does give you extra slots to put more attachments on, so go ahead and equip that. For the optic, I simply went with the RDS here, which is, this is what I use when I'm firing at enemies at like pretty much 50 to 100 meters. I'll use an RDS. If I'm trying to get kills at a longer range, I'll put a fight optic on here. But yeah, for the QBZ, you're usually going to want to use it within that 20 to 80-ish meter range anyways. For the laser here, I chose to put a blue laser on the right-hand side. It just makes it a little bit easier to see if you are actually using the tactical stance. And then for these 2 patches here, I just went with DD Python hanger panels to get +1 in handling. Moving on to the calibration, starting with the barrel here, we're going to go with +50 grams and +10 millimeters to get extra muzzle velocity and extra firing stability, because the firing stability was getting a little bit too close to 1 for my personal taste. For the RKO grip here, we're just going to go with +2 slots to get us extra control. I didn't actually move this one up or down. This one gives you extra ADS movement speed. This one gives you better stability when moving. I just left it as I felt it performed very well like that. For the rear grip, going with -50 grams, -20 millimeters to get extra hipfire aim speed and extra aiming stability when breathing. For the cheek pad, we're going with -50 grams to get even more aiming stability while breathing, and +50 millimeters to get extra firing stability again. And the optic, I already calibrated this earlier. So let's just look at the stats of the weapon now that we have it fully kitted out. So the damage, you're doing 26 damage to the chest, so as opposed to the 22 damage that says here, there is 26 damage to the actual thorax. So if you're aiming mid-mass on somebody, you're getting that higher damage per shot. And then the rest here is 22 with a headshot damage multiplier, giving you 41 damage to the head, which is not insane, but, you know, 26 damage to the chest is actually really, really decent. So you're getting 4 shots to kill if you're getting all the shots on a thorax, and then 5 shots to kill if you're getting it anywhere else. And of course, the headshots are making it so you need less bullets to kill. For the control here, as you can see, bumped it up by plus 28. You're still getting some of that, you know, up into the right here, but it is very manageable, much more manageable than how it was at the beginning, and we did correct some of those deviations here to make them a little bit tighter. So overall, very easy to control even at those longer ranges. For the handling now, we did get some penalties here because we'd really maxed out the damage range on it and really put a lot of points into control. So we're getting 422 milliseconds ADS speed, but that laser that we equipped reduces this by 50 milliseconds, so we're getting 372, which is not the best, but it's not crazy slow either. Stability just +2 here. Stability used to actually affect hit flinch multiplier, but they completely removed this, so it feels kind of like a moot point to max it out to 16. Plus 16, at which point you start getting diminishing returns for every point you invest in there, but, you know, you're still getting 0.82x length stability while firing, and 0.93x recoil reduction when you're holding breath. So it is very, very good, even with the +2 in stability, and that accuracy, again, wasn't a main focus for this build. And now I'll leave you with a few highlight clips of me using this specific build. In any case, hit the like button, enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, thank you very much for watching, I'd appreciate it, and see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.